Father. Or should I call you Steve? Since it's a new year, maybe we should start cooking fresh with fewer smoke alarms this time. Your cooking's improving, but I can see the stress in your eyes. Anna's mom used this Blue Apron assemble and bake thing during our playdate. Pre-chopped ingredients, over 40 grams of protein, and just one pan to clean up. She just tossed it in the oven and boom, plating like she's got followers. So go to blueapron.com, Steve. Make 2026 the year you win dinner. Blue Apron. Get $50 off your first 2 orders plus free shipping with code STIR50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
The wings are flying in.
Eavesdroppin.
Woohoo! It's recording day here at Eavesdroppin Towers. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Geordie. Eavesdroppin Towers. It just reminds me of Twin Towers.
Oh, don't say that. You've brought us right down immediately.
I have, and the reason I say that is because I've just been informed that someone in my family has become quite obsessed with conspiracy theories, baby eating, Twin Towers, all of that stuff. It's insidious. It's happening.
Oh, my God. Well, listen, Michelle, last night, my friends who were here for a dinner party and I did a bit of dinner party kamikaze.
Oh, no.
We were talking about the moon landings.
You're obsessed. You can't believe that I have question marks over it.
Well, a lot of people also feel that way, Michelle, about the fact that you have question marks over it. And I came up, my husband and I actually, because he wouldn't let it go. He's obsessed. He's a questioner.
Oh, he's like me. Okay.
Well, no, he just wanted to know what your reasoning was.
Oh,
and
God.
maybe you're onto something. And I said, listen to this. And one of our guests, shout out to Tristan, said that the last person on the moon was Indian. Did you know that?
No.
Because other countries have been to India, many others. Obviously, Russia's been up there. Of course. Other countries.
And many countries have been to
many countries have been to India. Of course they have.
The moon.
The moon. The Indian moon.
Oh.
Tristan said the last person was an Indian. I thought it was Gene Cernan, who's an American astronaut. We did talk about him. But I said to everybody assembled who was concerned about this, if Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing, how come every film that we've got of the subsequent landings look identical to that first one? All of the topography, the geography, everything. If they'd never been, how did they know what it looked like?
Maybe they have been since, but...
They have been since.
Yes,
but... And everything looks the same. So how the fuck did Kubrick know what the moon was going to look like?
Thing is, Geordie, I am basing my skepticism on basically nothing. I don't know that much about the moon landing. I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not part of the whole conspiracy. All I know is that, to me, I cannot believe the technology was advanced enough at that time to get someone out of the Earth's orbit onto the moon and back alive.
Yes.
In basically a construction that I can make out of tinfoil here in my kitchen. It just feels really nonsensical to me.
I think there's probably more to it than just a bit of tinfoil.
Oh, I'm sure. There's some rockets involved. No, but I don't believe that. I don't believe we were advanced enough in 1969.
You and many others, Michelle.
Yes.
Because that's the thing. If you were living in that time, you could not believe that could happen. Obviously, we were born post-moon landings.
And a long, long time after those moon landings.
You wish. Yeah, basically, technology happens and it happens fast. So get with the program, little lady.
Well, you know.
Welcome to the podcast.
I still hold skepticism. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Bloody hell. If you don't know who I am, I'm Michelle.
The doubter. And I'm Geordie.
What would we call you?
The skeptic?
The skeptic, yeah, I guess. But sometimes you're a believer.
Sometimes I am. The veil is thin.
The veil is always thin, especially today. And I would say...
The robe is greying.
No, I washed it.
Oh, it's still kind of greyish.
Oh, my God.
It's that chenille, isn't it?
It catches the light in a different way. It's not grey.
I think it's sucking the light right up.
Well, it is snowing. There's not a lot of light here right now.
Okay.
But anyway... Welcome to our eavesdroppers, because you're listening to us and that makes you an eavesdropper.
And we thank you for it and we congratulate you for it. We welcome it.
And we love you.
Most people would say, Why are you wigging away in the background? How dare you listen to my convo? Well, we're not saying that. We're saying welcome to it.
Yes.
Join us. Listen in. You can shout if you like. We won't hear you.
No. And you can write in and we will read it. We will.
We will read that.
Indeed. Yes. We love it when you write
Right
in.
away. Yeah. So far, it's all been friendly.
Except on YouTube where they fucking hate us, trolling
Right.
us. Although
Do
it's
they?
been pretty quiet in recent times.
I don't look, so I don't hear what they say. Quite happy about that. I've got some local news, Michelle.
Oh, gosh. Does it involve crows or dog walking?
No.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
Where I live is the location for the second ever Chick-Fil-A
Oh, my God.
chicken shop from America.
Chick-fil-A.
The first
Yeah.
one. The first one opened in Leeds. We've got the second one, which means all the kids were talking about it. They all wanted to go down to the opening. There was queues around the block just to get a ticket.
Oh, my God.
Then to come back and get your chicken. Yeah. So, yeah, about 200 people there were just queuing up for chicken. It's absolutely bizarre.
My sister's girls are obsessed with all of these fried chicken brands that are coming from America over to Australia, and they're obsessed. It's all over TikTok.
I don't get
Well-
it. I live in one of the biggest Korean populations outside of Seoul. They do good chicken, fried chicken. Why is Chick-fil-A getting all the attention? It's so bizarre. I asked someone about it. I asked our colleague, Jay, from our sister podcast, which has gone a bit quiet recently, Show Dumpin'. He told me something very interesting. He said that Chick-fil-A isn't just another American fast food chain. The whole company is deeply influenced by Christian beliefs of its founder, a guy called S. Truett Cathy. His name's S. Truett Cathy. Hi, Mr. Cathy.
the hell?
How you doing? I know.
First of all,
He's a very devout Southern
oh
Baptist.
my God, it's all Southern fried chicken, isn't it? It's all
Yeah.
stems from the old KFC and the Colonel.
With a side of God.
How does our lovely Jay know all this shit? Was he on Google or is he on...
He goes to America, I guess. Also, he told me that they are the only chicken shop that's shut on Sundays because all their employees
Oh.
need to have that day off to worship, because it is massively, like I said, religious. And the foundation of that religion just runs right through the company culture to the way that they're like trained and all the values they promote. And that's why it's been quite controversial over the years, because Chick-fil-A faces protests due to the past donations to organizations that critics say were anti-LGBTQ+.
Right. Okay, so put down that Chick-fil-A.
And our friend Jay knows that, but whenever they go to America, they Uber their way to the nearest Chick-fil-A. He says, the sauce is amazing.
Oh my God. Okay.
He says, who cares when it tastes so good?
And also, it's a great name. Chick-fil-A.
I hate that name.
I love saying it.
I want to say Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. I see the
Chick-fil-A.
A and I just think it should be elsewhere. I don't know. I don't care.
I don't even eat chicken. But
Yeah, why should you care?
I don't care. I just know that the girls in Australia, they're obsessed. All their friends are obsessed. Fried chicken, it's a big thing. But where are all these chickens coming from?
That's what I wonder, why the poor chicken is having to get it in the neck quite literally.
Well, I mean, obviously the UK has...
So many chickens.
Well, the UK has a culture of those, chicken bucket shops, like everywhere. The fried chicken shops that are open all night long. My ex-flatmate was obsessed. He'd get drunk and go down and he'd get those spicy wings and it'd be like 12 for about £2. And you just think, A, what the fuck is in those chicken wings?
Yeah.
And where are they coming from? What country? How many antibiotics are in there? Oh,
They're shipping in the wings. The wings are being shipped in.
from Argentina or bloody God knows where.
the
Fuck.
wings are flying in.
Isn't that
Argentina.
a thing? Argentinian chicken and beef? Yeah, I think it's a big thing.
I didn't know.
Chick-fil-A, there you go.
Ew.
Well, that's one for the bin.
Yuck. Bin.
Bin, bin,
Bin. Bin. These poor chickens. That's the local news.
Well, speaking of chickens, I've got a telly rec, but I'm
Oh.
not sure about it yet. And the reason I'm connecting it to chickens is because it's called Rooster.
I've heard about that.
Well, it is the people behind Ted Lasso who have done Rooster. And it's got the guy who we couldn't remember his name, Steve Carell.
That's him.
It's got him in it. Yeah, that's him.
That's why I heard about
it. The guy. Yeah.
I was trying to remember his name, and the name Rooster came up, and I was like, no, that's not it.
No. Well, it's brand new. I think there's only one episode out. Actually, Andreas, who never finds any telerecs, he was like, maybe we should watch this. Now, I will actually go one step back and say, we had talked on a previous episode about detectorists, and I was like, why would I want to watch anything where they're just like looking for gold?
So boring.
Anyway, I watched it. I loved it. I thought it was so
I
lovely.
knew you would.
It was so gentle. It was just really wonderful TV. So I was in the mood to watch something gentle. And obviously Ted Lasso was a really kind-hearted, gentle, lovely series. And I really loved it. Yeah. So I had high hopes for Rooster. But I watched the first episode and I didn't love it. But then I don't love first episodes a lot of the time, it seems. If I listen back to our episodes, I'm always like, I didn't love it. And then I end up loving it. But this one, it felt like the writing in the 90s for Dawson's Creek or something, where it's really verbose and a lot of words and kind of conversations that no one would ever really have, and it's all trying to be a little bit too many words and too kind of clever. It just didn't land with me. But I will give it another go and watch episode 2.
Okay. Well, we watched a few things this week, my family and I. 2 movies and a TV show, which we're still watching and enjoying. The TV show, I'll just say right now, is called How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. It's written by the lady who did Derry Girls, and it's great. Really good.
I've read a lot of reviews that it is must-watch telly. And
oh, I love it.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'll give that a go after I maybe give up on Rooster.
And the 2 films, well, I've got one dud and one excellent film.
Start with the dud. Let's end on a high.
I'll start with the dud. Okay. The Girl in Cabin 10. It is a Keira Knightley flick. It's a bit of an espionage, whodunit on a boat kind of thing. I found it fun to watch, but it was a bit silly.
Okay.
Bit silly.
All right.
And the good one was A Real Pain, starring the guy who wrote it, whose name I do not know.
Okay.
I don't know much about that guy, but I know a lot about Kieran Culkin. And he's the other guy in it.
I like Kieran Culkin.
He's amazing in this film. Amazing.
Really?
In fact, I don't even feel like he's acting half the time.
Yeah, but I felt like that when he was in
Succession.
Yeah, that he wasn't really acting, that he really did have the hots for the older lady.
Yeah, when he laughs, I really do think that he's laughing for real.
Okay.
Like it's coming from a laughter place inside his body. He's an incredible actor.
What an amazing guy. And it's called A Real Pain.
A Real Pain. It is about 2 cousins who have lost their grandmother, who comes from Poland. They go back to Poland. She was a Holocaust survivor, and they want to go back and honour their history and their roots. And they go on a tour, which is a fun tour. It's led by the actor Will Smith, actor, writer, director. He's an amazing guy. He was in one of the series of, you'll know him from the 2nd series of White Lotus. He was the man whose wife had a face on. I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
So he was in White Lotus. You know, I think I've seen a clip.
Giri Haji as well. Amazing.
I think I've seen a clip for this and it looked funny.
It's good.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's one of those funny but tragic, sad, bit of, it's slow. It's gentle. You like the gentle, Michelle. Give it a go.
Okay. Well, on the opposite end of that, I've got a couple of telerecs from Eavesdroppin Steph. Now, first one is, she said, absolute trash television. She can't stop watching. It's called Age of Attraction.
Oh.
So it's American. It's on Netflix. Apparently, all of these people get together. I think they kind of go to this retreat and they see who fancies each other, whatever. Oh. Now, you're allowed to ask any question you want of these people, except you're not allowed to ask, how old are you?
Oh, I was going to say, are you married?
No. It's basically, it's all about, does age matter? Age of attraction.
Okay. I like it.
And she said it is trash telly at its best.
People having their hopes and dreams dashed on live television, on international TV. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I might avoid that. No shade.
Okay. And then she also recommended a series called DTF St. Louis. And it's fucking fantastic. There's only 2 episodes out. I've watched both. It has Jason Bateman in it, who
he's great.
Absolutely love. And I don't know if you remember his character from Ozark, but there's a little bit of that in his character here.
Well, we haven't watched that. We're going to start watching that soon. And we've just been rewatching Arrested Development as well.
Oh,
just for fun.
Oh, I love George Michael in that. So DTF St. Louis, it's really...
I've seen it advertised, Down to Fuck, yes.
Down to Fuck St. Louis. And there's also, what's his name?
Is it David Harbour?
David Harbour.
Yes, I've seen the ads. And who's the woman?
Linda Cardellini, and she's great in it. And yeah, so that is 100% a wreck.
Great.
I mean, when the weather turns, and it will, because it always does in spring, and you need to rot on your sofa.
Rot into that foam.
Right. Just jump over onto Patreon and you can check out all the telerecs.
Have
they're
a
all
quick
in one
flick
place.
through. Yes, they're all there. That's where I went to get some telerecs, actually, even though none of the things I've just recommended were on there yet.
No, well, they're going on. They're going on. That's what we're saying. I will just also, speaking of Patreon, if you haven't signed up, why the bloody hell not?
Just please go over and do it because it means such a lot to us and it's helpful, not just to us, to you too.
What also is helpful to us is if you go over to Apple or wherever you can leave a review or rate us, it really helps people find us. Like, obviously, give us 5 stars. Don't give us anything less. And if you leave a review, even if it's like, these girls are great or whatever, it means more to the algorithm than just doing 5 stars.
Yes, so you've got to say a little comment. Is that right?
A little comment, yes. That would be lovely.
Some more comments, please.
Speaking of comments, I spoke to none other than our very own amazing author, Jane Beacon.
Oh, yes. Has she been commenting?
Well, she's asked for all our lovely eavesdroppers who went and bought her book, Poison Paradise. Please give it a review because it helps her jump up the charts.
Yeah.
And I will say, anyone who has read that book will know it is so fucking pertinent to all the Epstein stuff that's going on right now. It's very, very of the moment and it's absolutely fantastic. And I'll let you in on a little secret. She's working on the next Cara Stone book, book 2, right now.
Oh, that's Cara Stone. Is that her nom de plume?
No, Cara Stone is...
Oh, she's the lead character.
That's right.
I love that.
So it's the Cara Stone brand. She's working on book 2 and... yeah, it's all guns blazing. So get on that. And actually, speaking of this whole Epstein stuff, do you know what? It's funny how when you listen to a song and then you've got something like that in your mind, somehow the song will seem like it's about maybe a bit twisted. And I was at work the other day and La Isla Bonita, Madonna, came on. Suddenly... framed in this whole Epstein Island thing, it did sound a bit Epstein Island somehow to me.
I don't really know the song.
There's a line like, last night I dreamt of San Pedro, but it sounded suddenly like some pedo. Oh. And I was like, what the hell? It was very Epstein Island. But yes, I shouldn't joke because it is a very serious topic and really
no
awful.
laughing.
No laughing. No laughing on this podcast.
No. Let's get serious.
Let's get serious.
Actually, Michelle, I'm going to get serious with you right now.
What do you got? That's so serious.
You've told me all about what you've been watching.
Yes.
And that's interesting for everybody. But what are you reading at the moment?
Oh, God. When was the last time I read a book?
Exactly.
It was probably Jane's book or Zoe Folbig's book.
Okay, your friends. You like to read what your friends write. That's
yes,
good. Supporting your sisters. It's good.
Yeah.
So is that how you choose your fiction?
No. Normally, I'm at the airport and I think, oh my God, I'm going to have so much time to read something. Right. And I walk in And I just choose...
A Stephen King.
Yeah, a Stephen King or a Jonathan Franzen book if he's got anything new. I choose an author I know and like, or I look at the covers, or I scan the, top 20 and think, is there anything there that catches my eye? And last resort, I ask for a recommendation, but those bitches in the airports, they don't know anything about books. So
no,
they give zero shits.
Well, I just wondered if you'd ever been in a book club.
No, I have not. I've wanted to, but I've never really jumped on one, found one, or been committed enough. I think I signed up to one or two and then didn't have the time to read the books.
No. I mean, like you, I can't remember the last time I read a book, actually, that wasn't some sort of psychology book or, something about psychology or counselling modalities that I have to read for my work, my other work.
So, yeah, reading for fun.
Yeah, reading for fun I haven't done for a long time. But I do remember a book that I did enjoy, and it was given to me by my good friend and big eavesdropper, Janneke from Amsterdam, who gave me her book, and I enjoyed it many years ago. It's called Gone Girl, and it's by a lady called Gillian Flynn. Did you read that or see the movie show?
Well, I've seen the movie.
Well, I'm going to give you a little warning right here, right now. This episode is full of spoilers. So if you don't want to know the endings of the book, the film, and a recent Netflix true crime 3-part documentary, maybe come back to this episode later.
Okay. Bye. Bye now. See you later.
Bye.
You didn't really want to watch that, did you?
Spoiler alert! Bye to those of you who don't want spoilers, but now I'm going to tell you a little bit about Gone Girl, the book. In it, we meet the couple Nick and Amy Dunn, who are a beautiful New York golden couple who moved to small town Missouri so he could start a bar, I think it is, something like that.
Don't do it.
And on the morning of their
Don't start a bar, don't start a restaurant.
Stay where you are, stay in finance. On the morning of their 5th wedding anniversary, Nick comes home to find their house in disarray, furniture overturned, the glass tables shattered, and his wife is gone, girl. Very quickly, Nick becomes the prime suspect because he's not behaving in the expected way. His emotions aren't tracking. He smiles awkwardly at press conferences. And then we find out he has a mistress. Not to mention financial problems. It all starts coming out in the wash. And the media machine gets set on him. They put him in his sights. They're gunning for him. The police discover missing Amy's diary in the course of their investigation, and it kind of gives away more about their life. It paints this chilling picture of a marriage that's become quite fearful for her. Nick appeared to be a controlling husband, and poor pregnant Amy was a woman who just seemed to be more and more terrified as days went by.
Right.
So the public narrative is now Nick killed Amy.
And staged a break-in or something.
Yeah. Except halfway through the story, it flips, and here's the big spoiler. Readers learn that Amy is alive, because then suddenly halfway through the book you see it from her point of view, not his. Not only is she alive, but she's orchestrating the whole damn thing. She meticulously planned her own disappearance, and she'd been planning that for over a year.
Oh my God.
She created the fake diary. She planted the evidence. I thought you'd seen this.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
It's all surprising for you.
I don't remember it. I remember seeing it. And actually, the actress who plays
Rosamund
the main
Pike.
character.
Gorgeous. I love her. I think she's great.
Oh, I think she's awful. She's just something about her. It just rubs me the wrong way. So I think maybe I didn't enjoy the film because I didn't enjoy her, and I've just erased and rewind.
Well, she created the fake diary. She planted evidence. She drained their savings to frame him, and she even faked the pregnancy. She was the one that staged that crime scene so convincingly that law enforcement and the media basically danced to her tune. And what is her motive, you might ask, Michelle?
I don't remember.
No, of course you don't. It's revenge for his infidelity and his emotional distancing and his failure to play the perfect husband. They are a top kind of alpha couple at the beginning of the book, you know?
Right.
And he's messed it up for her. She doesn't like that. Things go wrong, though. The man she intended to hide with, he robs her. And in desperation, she goes to an ex-boyfriend and manipulates him, convinces him to protect her, which he does with all his might. But then she goes ahead and murders him and frames him as her kidnapper so she can return home all blood-soaked and claiming she had a miraculous escape.
Oh, my God.
That was her out.
Okay.
Yeah. But Nick has figured out the truth and he knows she's dangerous and kind of messed up. They all get back together again. She announces that she's pregnant because she managed to get pregnant using a sperm donor, like the sperm from a fertility, whatever. Basically, she traps him. They stay together, smiles for the camera. They're trapped in a toxic marriage where the truth is irrelevant, but image is everything. The reason why I'm telling you this, Michelle,
Yes.
is because Gone Girl is a story about media hysteria and how easily public perception can become a reality. And it's also addressing something we mention a lot, confirmation bias.
Okay.
Once we decide who the bad guy is, that's the way we'll see it from now on, even if there's evidence that says otherwise.
Well, yes, but
Sometimes.
if something is compelling enough, people will change their mind. They will be like, oh.
It is hard to get it out there, the new narrative.
I will say, when you were telling me the plot of that book, I was just thinking, there's a much easier way here. Just divorce him. Like,
Just divorce him.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you bother going to all that trouble just for revenge?
All that trouble. But we talk about a lot of true crime stories, Michelle, which people do go to a lot of trouble.
They do.
And we always say, why didn't they just leave? Come on.
I know. It's true. People get obsessed. Obsession.
They do. But that was fiction, what I just told you. What I'm about to tell you now really happened.
Oh, true crime.
True crime time. It's March 2015 and Denise Huskins and Aaron Quinn were asleep in Aaron's home in Vallejo, California. And at some point in the early hours of the morning, they were woken by a blinding white light. They saw red laser dots moving across the wall. I mean, how fucking scary is that? I know. And then they heard a calm man's voice saying, "Wake up. This is a robbery. We're not here to hurt you."
No.
Shocking.
Oh, my God.
Right?
I'd be fucking terrified.
I know. Well, Denise later described the surreal terror of that moment, thinking at first it was a dream and then realizing it wasn't. How
Jesus.
horrific. Then the couple were bound with zip ties. They were blindfolded. They were forcefully given what they were told was sedatives.
By who?
That's scary. By the robbers.
Oh, my God.
Who do you think?
I was thinking, who gives if you're robbing someone.
Yeah, they blindfolded them, tied them up with zip
God.
ties, gave them
Okay.
sedatives. They claimed that they were these intruders claimed they were part of a criminal group and told them they'd be demanding a ransom. That was how they were robbing them. Denise was then put in the trunk of Aaron's car and driven away, leaving Aaron behind, restrained, and he was told there were cameras in the house monitoring him. Don't forget he's blindfolded.
Yeah.
So if he contacted police, Denise would be killed. So poor Aaron just sat there and waited, panicking all the while, and then eventually he had to call the police. So from that moment on, the story went flip upside your head.
I mean, I don't know what's going on here.
Well, you
but-
can imagine what the police thought.
Well, they thought it was a ransom, but then
No, they thought it was Aaron.
I mean, I'm thinking here they've taken Denise. Who took Denise? Is Denise in on this? That's my first thought. Poor old Aaron.
Okay, well, investigators were not quite sure that Aaron's story that he was reporting a kidnapping of his girlfriend was true. So around 18 hours of interrogation poor Aaron had to go through, Vallejo police began to say to Aaron that he had killed Denise in a domestic dispute. So they confronted him with that and all his inconsistencies and challenged his account. They implied that he had staged the scene and, quite frankly, they just didn't believe him.
I mean, you think about this guy. Dude has just been through this terrible ordeal. He was told, no, do not move, do not call the police, otherwise your girlfriend's going to be dead. But then he just sort of had to take a chance. He finally gets the courage, calls the police, and then they say, nah, don't believe you.
No,
Nah.
exactly. Sorry, mate.
Oh.
You're full of shit.
You're full of shit. Tell us another one. Pull the other one.
So poor Aaron. Meanwhile, as he was warned would happen, the kidnappers tried to contact him about the ransom payments. But his phone had been put on airplane mode by the investigators.
Oh.
So while he's under suspicion and Denise is really being held captive, nothing's being done about it.
Shit. So, okay. This is like comedy of errors.
It's crazy. But obviously, we find these things out because she made it. That's a kind of spoiler, because she later told how she was being kept in a remote location. She was blindfolded and restrained. And her captor told her that he was ex-military and part of a larger operation. He claimed that she hadn't been the intended target either.
Oh.
Apparently, they were going after Aaron's ex-fiancée, Andrea, because she had been living in the home a few months before that. So obviously, poor old Denise was a rebound.
Oh, God. She was just there, friends with benefits, and just happened to get maybe mucked up in all this stuff. Terrible.
And for some reason, this lady Andrea, who had been with Aaron before, she had been the real focus of the kidnapping. But still, he didn't let her go.
No.
And actually, Michelle, trigger warning, over the next 48 hours, Denise was sexually assaulted twice, and those assaults were filmed.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I was completely wrong about Denise being involved.
No.
Oh, shit. Poor woman.
Suddenly she was released, and she was 400 miles away near Huntington Beach, which was just by coincidence really close to her family home where her parents lived. And that was all done without him paying the ransom. So what was going on here? So Denise made her way to safety, and then she was able to tell her story and get help. And this is where you think, thank God, Denise, now you can tell us all what's going on. But unfortunately, it didn't really work out that way.
I thought you were going to say, unfortunately, as she was crossing the road to the payphone, she got hit by a car. And
No, don't, Michelle. Oh, my God, you're a catastrophist.
Oh, well, it just sounded terrible. I mean,
it is terrible, because here you think the whole truth will come out and Aaron's off the hook and Denise gets some help for her trauma that she's just been through, two sexual assaults filmed and being kidnapped in the night. Come on. But instead, Vallejo police publicly announced that the kidnapping appeared to be an orchestrated event, not a kidnapping at all. Hence the Gone Girl reference.
What the fuck are the police doing? What are they doing here? This sounds like total victim bashing and victim blaming. I mean, I don't know how this is going to pan out, but maybe they know something we don't.
Well, at the time, obviously, they were going down this Gone Girl route. Even the media started calling it the real-life Gone Girl. All the parallels were too hard to ignore. They're an attractive couple. The boyfriend was suspicious. There was a dramatic disappearance, then a sudden reappearance near her parents' house.
Yep.
Headlines ran with it. Critics were mocking this couple when they should have been caring for them, and the public were judging them.
Oh, God.
Aaron went from suspected murderer to alleged co-conspirator. Denise went from victim to manipulator. Imagine being in that dark place.
This poor woman has just had 2 sexual assaults and she's being blamed for something. Oh, God, you must feel so helpless and with no voice at all.
Yeah. And not only that, Michelle, law enforcement accused them of wasting resources and instilling fear in the community. So they were in the firing line for all sorts of things. And poor traumatized Denise had to hire her own defense attorney.
So she wasn't allowed to get a freebie from the state?
No, because she was being taken to court over this.
Yeah.
And this is even after she disclosed sexual assaults and being held in captivity. This narrative was set in stone. And that's what's disturbing about the confirmation bias in this story and other stories, is how powerful it can be. And I know you said, once you get the compelling evidence, you can flip it. These guys had compelling evidence. It wasn't enough. The authorities had decided it was a hoax. Evidence was filtered through that lens from now on.
It's funny because I was watching The Pit, that's also a wreck, and there's a whole storyline of a girl who was sexually assaulted. You know, you have to kind of go into the hospital and they have this whole procedure with the rape kit. I mean, was this not done for poor Denise too?
I don't know. They didn't believe her, so why would they have?
Awful.
But get this, Michelle, here's another flippy dippy doodahs. The kidnappers themselves were so outraged by not getting the credit for this heinous crime after watching all the coverage that they emailed journalists at the San Francisco Chronicle insisting the couple were telling the truth. They included photos to corroborate details only they would have known.
Oh, my God. what kind of psychopath do you have to be to want to take credit for a kidnapping, 2 sexual assaults and be like, it's my story. That's me. I did it. I did it.
Come on, guys, give me some credit. But even that didn't shift that narrative, Michelle. But as luck would have it, in another jurisdiction, there was a detective called Misty Carouso from a place called Dublin, California.
Another Misty. Another Misty.
More Misties. Where's the other Misties?
Oh, a few episodes ago. Maybe 10. Maybe more.
Misty's a popular name, clearly. But in Dublin, California, there had been a similar home invasion, and Misty, Detective Misty, I should call her, noted several similarities. And during the arrest of a suspect for those crimes, his name was Matthew Muller. He's a former Marine. Investigators in Dublin, California, found evidence in his cabin that connected him to Denise's kidnapping, including a strand of blonde hair that was attached to a pair of blacked-out goggles.
No. Oh, my God.
Her blindfold, yeah. So thanks to Eagle-Eyed Misty, Matthew Muller was charged and later convicted, and only then were Aaron and Denise finally exonerated. But the damage had been done.
Because he confessed, I guess. Yes. He was like, oh, no, the other one was me.
True crime time. True crime time. True crime time. True crime time. Both Denise and Aaron had been publicly humiliated. They were branded liars compared to a fictional sociopath. Their trauma was compounded by the public and the law's disbelief. And this story that I've just told you is also been told in a Netflix 3-part docuseries called American Nightmare. I saw it a few years ago. Could not believe it. I was on the edge of my seat. They told it a lot better than I did. So maybe go over and have a look at that one. And it's not just about a kidnapping. It's about the narrative, about the power of the narrative and what happens when authorities become emotionally invested in a theory.
Yes.
You know, it's easy.
But we've all seen how if you're in control of the narrative, you're in control of the outcome. I mean, you think about the election with Hillary Clinton.
Right. This is where the baby eating started.
Well, the votes hadn't even been fully counted, and Trump claimed that he won. And he was like, I'm claiming it. I'm claiming the victory. And I think actually, if you go back, I could be wrong on this could be another kamikaze dinner party moment. I actually think her, in terms of the vote count, she did actually kind of win. But she conceded and went, no, here it is. Because the narrative had already, like the horse had bolted. I could be wrong on that.
I don't know much about that either. I do remember there was some controversy.
Hoo-ha, a lot of hoo-ha.
Yeah.
That was all when the vote rigging scandals were happening as well with Cambridge Analytica.
Well, Cambridge Analytica, and they're the ones who realised how you could
influence
skew the public.
Elections.
Yeah. Just talk about babies being eaten.
Oh, don't even. It's terrifying what people believe.
Pizzagate, all of that kicked off around that time.
But here we have this poor couple who have been completely vilified for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, poor old Aaron did have some understanding as to why he was being considered as the person of interest. Of course.
Yes. It's always the husband. It's always the boyfriend.
Yeah, it's always the guy. Yeah, exactly. He was the last person to see her, so that suspicion made sense. But what didn't make sense was the refusal to follow evidence once it came into the frame and contradicted any of the theory that the police had already come up with.
This is not the first time we've heard this, Geordie, where police have their theories and they push the evidence into their theory box.
Yeah.
They've got the box and they make the evidence fit. In fact, DTF St. Louis, pin that, we've got a bit of that going on.
Yes, she's loving that TV show.
I am loving it. Loving all over it.
Loving it up. Well, listen, Denise said something post all of this that was incredibly sobering. She said, we were the lucky ones.
What?
Only because they had the means to hire lawyers. They had family support. They had media eventually willing to re-examine the case. So eventually, slowly, that tide began to turn. And bit by bit, I mean, it wasn't all wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm telling it in such a way, but that's not how it happened. It was long, it was drawn out. And as Denise rightly says, many victims of crimes who have been falsely accused or the narrative isn't the truth, they don't have those resources.
No, but I mean, I'm hoping that she then tried to get some kind of compensation.
Well, I don't know about that.
Fucking hope so. She deserves it. They both do.
But there are still some unresolved questions about the crime because Denise maintains that Matthew Muller did not act alone. And if you remember, when they entered the house, that it was multiple people. That's what they were led to believe. I mean, the couple never saw anybody, so it was really hard for them to make this out. Maybe he just created the illusion that there was more than one person there. But, you know, he was giving her stories that maybe misled her. I don't know. But other leads weren't fully followed up either. And the officers who pushed the hoax narrative, they never really faced accountability, Michelle. So maybe that's the answer to your question.
But what I want to know is, why were they targeting? Was it Andrea, the ex?
Yes, so I don't know. I think she does appear on the American Nightmare docuseries.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I think maybe she was involved with some people. I really don't know.
Right.
But what I do know, and you know as well quite well, is that institutions can close ranks. Admitting their mistakes is an expensive business, not just in monetary terms, but also with the public's trust. And I'm thinking of medical situations as well here.
Yes, and I've had first-hand experience of...
Yes.
Oh, medical files just gone missing. We don't know where they've gone. And this is more than once.
Yeah. It's very, very difficult to fight the system when you're one person. Denise has, though, spoken about the layered trauma that she experienced. She was kidnapped. She was assaulted. Yeah. And then the public didn't believe her story. And they told her that all her suffering was a show. Yep. Can you imagine surviving that violence and then being cast as the perpetrator? Yeah. It doesn't follow for me. It's
a lot to get over.
It's an American nightmare, quite literally.
Quite literally an American nightmare. And one that I'm touching wood as I say it. Yeah. That hopefully we never go through, ever.
Well, let me find some wood to touch. I don't want that in my life.
No one wants that. Jesus.
And then Aaron described the tangled web required for investigators to hold on to their version of events even after Denise returned alive. I mean, completely so committed that he'd murdered her. Oh, actually, he hasn't. She's here. She must be involved.
She's here. and she's been sexually assaulted and gone through hell and...
Oh, no, she hasn't. They're in cahoots. Because once the story takes hold, cycling back out of it is really hard. And that's what makes this case so unsettling. Yeah. It forces us to ask uncomfortable questions about policing and about media sensationalism and about our own appetite for scandalous stories and how we really buy into it. We want to believe. Yeah. So we are part of the problem as well, I'm sorry to say. Why? Why do we distrust victims when their story doesn't fit into our neat expectations? And actually, we did have a story like that a few weeks ago, Michelle, with the Gillam murder.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot, though, in that particular instance. And anyone who was on the Patreon saw that I put up 2 videos of how the case was portrayed before he was acquitted. It literally 2 months beforehand, the Australian Story teams from the ABC put together a 2-part series, and they were convinced he was guilty.
Right.
But he was acquitted. Unfortunately, there are still question marks. Even though he's been proven innocent, there's always question marks. And I wonder if poor Denise and Aaron face that. They're innocent, but are there still question marks?
Not really trusting. Yeah, we never really trust them. Well, listen, if you want to know what happened to Denise and Aaron, well, 11 years later, after this event, Denise and Aaron are married and they have 2 daughters, and they are grateful they survived this debacle and are aware of their own resilience. But they would love to see some accountability, as you've said, from the institutions that let them down.
Give them some money. Jesus, they've been through hell. Give them some cash.
I really don't even know if they got any of that, because they have a system that is supposed to protect them, but it protected itself first, which is just unsettling, really, at the end of that scale. The fictional Gone Girl ends with the couple locked in a marriage that's built on mutual manipulation and fear, and they're all like representing this false narrative that they're quite happy to keep up because they have basically snookered each other. American Nightmare shows something even more chilling, is how an entire community can accept a narrative because it's convenient.
Yeah, and it sells papers when papers were still a thing. You know, like those headlines, you would have seen newspapers flying hot off the shelves.
For sure. People would have been following it, watching it. Oh, what's she done now, that bitch? You know, poor woman.
Oh, my God. Well, what a story. Thank you, Geordie.
That's my pleasure. I think it's important that we're aware of these injustices in the world.
Oh, God, there's so many. We couldn't cover them all in a lifetime of eavesdroppins. It's just people get slammed by the justice system all the time.
So I guess you got to keep your nose clean, keep your head down, try and stay under the parapet.
And just keep eavesdropping. No. I'm always suspicious of anyone who is kidnapped for ransom. It just seems, because it just seems so far-fetched.
That somebody would kidnap. Is it like landing on the moon? It's just too hard. Why would they do it? It must be faked.
Or it's so, statistically, it's so unlikely that the kidnapper will ever get the money and not be caught. Do you know what I mean?
It's a very bold move.
It's like robbing a bank. You can, every now and again, someone will get away with it, but mostly you're caught and you don't get the money.
But if you think about this case, Michelle, he never got the money anyway, and I don't think he ever thought he would. I don't think that the money...
Well, once he realised he got the wrong girl...
Well, not just that. I think that the money wasn't the motive, and I do think possibly he did work alone, and he was just a sexual predator.
Maybe. What a chilling story.
But that's all I've got for you today. I don't know how we're going to come back from that. Injustice, horror, frighteningness, terrified couple being run through the mill. Happy days.
I'll tell you how.
How?
Watch DTF St. Louis, watch episode 2, and comment me if you have any thoughts on David Harbour's dancing, doing sign language at the same time. Would love to know your thoughts.
All right, that's a challenge. That's our homework for the week, eavesdroppers, if you haven't done it yet. And do write in with your answers on the back of a postcard or on an email or on our social media. Yeah. Instagram is eavesdroppin _.
Yes, it is.
Facebook, we have a Facebook page. Come and join the community.
Yes, and our website is still having troubles.
Is
so
it?
Don't go there.
Don't go there.
Don't go there yet. It's been, I think, hacked, and then we've...
Oh, no!
Yeah, and we've had to go back to the last save versions, and it's all gone a bit haywire. So don't go there. Just go to the socials. Go to YouTube and leave a nice comment. Don't troll us.
Yeah, try and outshine the trolls if you can.
Exactly. And in the meantime,
wherever you are,
whatever you do,
just keep
eavesdropping. 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 Dropping. Eavesdropping. Dropping. Eavesdropping. Eavesdropping.
Dropping.